Hot dogs. Just hearing the name brings back memories of ball games, backyard barbecues, summer fairs, and 4th of July cookouts. Few foods are as deeply woven into the fabric of American culture as the humble hot dog. They're fast, fun, and flavorful, a handheld bite of comfort that has been enjoyed for generations. But have you ever stopped mid-bite and wondered how these savory icons of American cuisine are actually made? Behind every hot dog sold at a stadium concession stand or sizzling on your grill at home is a fascinating process that combines history, tradition, science, and modern technology. Today we're pulling back the curtain to take you inside one of the largest hot dog factories in the world, where millions of pounds of meat are transformed into the beloved snack we know and love. The story of the hot dog stretches back much further than you might think. Although we claim it proudly as an American classic, its roots are planted in Europe. The hot dog's ancestors were the German Frankfurter and the Austrian Wiener. German immigrants brought these sausages to the United States in the 19th century, and they quickly became staples at public events. One key turning point was the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, where the sausages were sold to huge crowds, cementing their place in American food culture. Around the same time, vendors at Coney Island began selling them on buns, making them easier to eat while strolling along the boardwalk. From that point forward, the hot dog became more than just food, it became an experience. Today, when you think of baseball games, summer barbecues, or eating contests on the 4th of July, hot dogs are at the heart of it all. But how does this cultural icon actually come together? The life cycle of a hot dog is a fascinating journey that begins long before it's placed in a bun and topped with mustard. The process starts at large farms, many of them in the southern United States, where livestock such as cattle, pigs, and chickens are raised. These animals are carefully fed a balanced diet to maximize both health and meat yield. Once they reach the proper weight, they are transported to factories where strict sanitary standards are followed. Modern facilities are designed to reduce stress and ensure humane handling, because the quality of the meat depends heavily on how the animals are treated in their final stages. Upon arrival at the factory, the meat undergoes rigorous inspection. Teams of food safety experts and USDA inspectors carefully check for quality, ensuring that only the best cuts move forward in the process. Once approved, the meat is deboned by skilled workers and automated machinery. The deboning process is critical. It removes bones, tendons, and excess fat, leaving behind only clean, lean meat. Hot dogs typically follow an 80-20 ratio, 80% lean meat and 20% fat. This balance ensures a juicy, flavorful bite while maintaining the signature smooth texture consumers expect. To put the scale of this industry in perspective, Americans buy more than 9 billion hot dogs each year. That amounts to over 350 million pounds sold annually in retail stores alone, according to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council. Imagine the staggering 780 million pounds of raw meat needed to keep up with America's hot dog appetite. After deboning, the meat is cut into smaller pieces to prepare for the next stage, grinding. Here, giant industrial grinders come into play, capable of processing up to 1,000 pounds of meat per hour. The grinding machines reduce the meat into a fine, uniform texture, which is key for consistency in the final product. Once ground, the meat is fed into massive mixers, where the real flavor magic begins. Carefully measured blends of spices are added. Garlic, salt, sugar, ground mustard, cloves, coriander, and white pepper are among the most common. Each factory has its own secret recipe, often protected like a family heirloom. The mixers knead the meat and spices together until a smooth, emulsified paste is formed. This paste is the foundation of every hot dog, packed with flavor and ready to take on its iconic shape. Next comes shaping, one of the most fascinating parts of the process. The meat mixture is pumped into long, tubular casings, which are traditionally made from natural animal intestines but are now often created from plant-based cellulose. These casings give the hot dogs their familiar cylindrical form. High-speed machines fill, twist, and link the casings into endless chains of hot dogs, almost like a necklace made of meat. The efficiency is astounding. Modern shaping machines can produce thousands of hot dogs every minute, keeping up with America's insatiable demand. Once shaped, the hot dogs move into the cooking stage, where they're carefully smoked or steamed to lock in flavor. In large smokehouses, racks of hot dogs are exposed to controlled heat and wood smoke, giving them that signature savory aroma. Depending on the recipe, some hot dogs are fully cooked through steaming instead, ensuring they retain a lighter color and milder flavor. No matter the method, precise timing and temperature control are critical. Cook them too little and the hot dogs won't be safe to eat. Cook them too long and you risk losing the juiciness and snap that make them so satisfying. After cooking, the hot dogs are showered with cold water to quickly cool them down. This halts the cooking process and locks in the texture. The next step is removing the casings. For cellulose casings, high-speed peelers strip them away, leaving behind the smooth, shiny hot dogs we're used to seeing in stores. It's at this stage that they begin to look like the final product that will soon find its way into buns at cookouts across the country. From there, the hot dogs are inspected once more before being packaged. Workers and machines work hand in hand to check for quality, ensuring uniform shape, size, and color. Packaging machines then sort them into familiar packs of 8 or 10, sealing them airtight to maintain freshness. Some are vacuum sealed, while others are packaged in modified atmosphere containers to extend shelf life. Finally, the packs are labeled, boxed, and shipped off to grocery stores, stadiums, and restaurants nationwide. It's a highly efficient supply chain designed to meet the billions of hot dogs Americans consume every year. The journey from farm to bun might sound industrial, but it's also steeped in tradition and nostalgia. Hot dogs aren't just about the meat and spices, they're about the experiences we associate with them. Think of biting into a chili dog at a state fair, grabbing a quick hot dog at a gas station on a road trip, or sharing a pack of grilled hot dogs with family in your backyard on a summer evening. These simple foods hold memories that go far beyond their ingredients. That's why, even in an age of artisanal burgers, gourmet pizzas, and exotic international cuisine, hot dogs remain one of America's most enduring and beloved foods. Their versatility is part of the magic. In Chicago, hot dogs are topped with mustard, relish, onions, tomato slices, pickles, peppers, and a dash of celery salt, all without a hint of ketchup. In New York, street vendors serve them with sauerkraut and onions cooked in tomato paste. On the West Coast, bacon-wrapped hot dogs topped with grilled peppers and jalapenos have become a late-night street food sensation. And of course, nothing screams summer like a simple ketchup and mustard combo at a family cookout. Each variation reflects the diversity of American culture. Have you ever taken a bite of a hot dog at a baseball game, a summer cookout, or a 4th of July celebration and wondered what actually goes into making this classic American snack? Hot dogs are more than just food, they're a cultural icon. From Coney Island boardwalks to backyard grills, they've been feeding generations and sparking endless debates about toppings: ketchup or mustard, chili or sauerkraut, onions or relish. But while they might seem simple on the surface, the process of turning raw meat into a perfectly uniform hot dog is a fascinating story of technology, tradition, and innovation. Today we're pulling back the curtain and diving deep into the mesmerizing world of hot dog production, from shaping and cooking to packaging and even the environmental efforts behind the scenes. The journey begins with a carefully prepared meat mixture that combines beef, pork, chicken, or turkey, depending on the brand and recipe. Seasonings, spices, and other ingredients are blended to create that unmistakable hot dog flavor: salty, smoky, and just a little tangy. Once the mixture is perfected, it's time to give it shape. Industrial machines press the seasoned meat into long cellulose tubes or casings. These casings act as molds, ensuring every hot dog is uniform in size and texture. Shaping machines take over, forming the mixture into neat sausage shapes. At lightning speed, the equipment cuts or twists the tubes at regular intervals, creating hundreds of perfectly portioned hot dogs every minute. It's efficiency on a scale that's almost hard to imagine. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. Have you ever wondered why we even call them hot dogs? The name has roots that go back more than a century. In 1901, a cartoonist named Tad Dorgan attended a baseball game and saw vendors selling long, thin sausages tucked inside rolls. Inspired, he sketched a cartoon of the sausage sandwich and wanted to label it after the German dachshund dogs that the sausages resembled. Unable to spell dachshund, he simply wrote hot dog. The name caught on almost instantly, and soon hot dogs became a household word across America. It's a quirky piece of history that shows how food, humor, and pop culture sometimes collide in unexpected ways. Once the sausages are formed, the next crucial step is cooking. Hot dogs are placed in massive industrial ovens where they're steamed or smoked. Steaming ensures they're thoroughly cooked while retaining moisture, while smoking adds a distinct, savory flavor that gives certain hot dogs their signature taste. The ovens are capable of handling thousands of sausages at once, moving them through a carefully controlled environment that guarantees consistency. Imagine rows and rows of hot dogs slowly cooking in perfect synchronization. It's a sight both mechanical and oddly mouth-watering. This stage doesn't just cook the product. It's where hot dogs begin to take on the flavor and aroma that make them so irresistible. After cooking, speed is everything. The hot dogs are transferred into cooling systems, where they're either showered with cold water or blasted with cold air. Rapid cooling is essential to lock in flavor, maintain texture, and ensure food safety. By bringing the temperature down quickly, manufacturers prevent bacterial growth and prepare the sausages for their next stage of processing. If you've ever unwrapped a pack of hot dogs at the grocery store and noticed how firm and uniform they feel, that consistency is thanks to this precise cooling process. Once cooled, the hot dogs are still encased in those cellulose tubes. The next step is to remove them, and this is where advanced automation shines. Specialized industrial machines are designed to strip the casings away at incredible speeds. On average, these machines can peel the casing off 700 sausages per minute without damaging the product. It's an almost surgical process that requires pinpoint accuracy, because every hot dog has to emerge smooth, intact, and ready for packaging. Watching this part of the production line feels like witnessing a perfectly choreographed dance of engineering and precision. With the casings gone, hot dogs move toward one of the most important stages: quality control. Maintaining strict standards isn't just about flavor, it's about food safety and trust. Teams of experts continuously inspect the hot dogs, looking for imperfections, irregularities, or potential safety issues. Some inspections are done visually, while others use advanced scanning technology to detect problems invisible to the human eye. Every single product has to meet the company's standards before it ever makes its way to the grocery store shelves. It's a step that ensures when you open that package at home, you're getting a product that's consistent, safe, and delicious. After passing quality control, it's time for packaging. This step might seem simple, but it's actually one of the most critical parts of the journey. Hot dogs are carefully arranged and sealed into airtight packaging designed to preserve freshness during transport and storage. Vacuum sealing techniques are often used to extend shelf life while locking in flavor. The packaging itself has to be durable enough to withstand shipping while still being convenient for consumers to open at home. Labels are added, providing nutritional information, expiration dates, and branding that makes each pack stand out in the refrigerated aisle. But the story doesn't end there. Today's hot dog factories aren't just focused on feeding millions, they're also working toward protecting the environment. Many manufacturers have begun shifting their operations toward renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power. This reduces their reliance on fossil fuels and helps cut down carbon emissions. On top of that, plants are continuously upgrading their equipment to improve efficiency and reduce waste. Modern automated systems allow for more precise use of resources, ensuring that energy, water, and raw materials aren't squandered. Even byproducts from the production process are often repurposed, minimizing the environmental footprint of the hot dog industry. It's a reminder that even something as simple as your weekend cookout staple has a connection to larger global efforts to promote sustainability. When you step back and look at the full process, it's truly remarkable. What begins as raw ingredients quickly transforms through a sequence of shaping, cooking, cooling, peeling, inspecting, and packaging, all supported by cutting-edge technology and human expertise. The result is a product that feels familiar and comforting but is also the outcome of a highly sophisticated system. The next time you bite into a hot dog at a ballpark or pull one off the grill, you'll know just how much science, history, and innovation went into that single bite. It's more than just a snack, it's a piece of American culture, shaped by over a century of tradition and technological progress. So the next time you're enjoying a hot dog smothered in mustard, wrapped in a bun, and topped with your favorite fixings, take a moment to appreciate not only the flavor but also the incredible journey it took to reach your plate. From a quirky cartoon in 1901 to massive production plants powered by renewable energy today, hot dogs tell a story that's as rich and flavorful as the food itself. And if you find yourself fascinated by the blend of old-world charm and modern-day engineering behind this iconic food, stick around, because there are plenty more culinary journeys just waiting to be explored.